Hey, beautiful souls. So I have a love reading for you. This is from my twin flame oracle, but it doesn't have to be twin flames. So, I already pulled the cards. We have the overall message, or energy, I should say, of this love connection by the book and observer. So I am going to read the definition of these cards. If I do go longer than 10 minutes, definitely go to my YouTube link for my new tarot channel. It's called TheSageChic, same as here. Anyways, I do have a throat issue, so sorry about that. But anyway, so by the book, an observer immediately tells me that this person is probably somebody who's traditional, somebody who is watching you on any or all of your social media accounts, and probably because by the book does show a family of elephants and they're following each other. This could be an ex. This could be somebody who you had children with, and you're no longer together, whether it was a divorce or you're separated, or you never got married and you're just not together anymore. But I feel like they are in regret, just because they're just watching you real close. And I feel like they're also watching to figure out what they can catch you doing in order to make you maybe look like the bad parent. Now, say you are not in that type of connection, then this person sees you as someone they could have children with. This is probably something where like they let you go and they're just watching you because maybe they miss you, and they're kind of freaking out about why they let you go, because ultimately they can see the Ten of Pentacles with you, the Ten of Cups. They want a family life with you. They want a deep emotional connection. You could have been the deepest emotional connection they've had with anybody as well. You could be someone they felt that you were their wish fulfillment. And I feel like they're in a little bit of regret over it. So I did pull some, well, I'll talk about that later, the initials, because it doesn't really matter, like, if it's what the initials are. That's just like more of a, like, those particular initials will be more so for this reading, but it's not just for them. All right, so we have unplanned events. So you guys met each other probably where you never expected to meet them at. Maybe you went somewhere you never normally go to. Maybe a friend dragged you somewhere and you just happened to meet them there. And so that would be maybe something how you guys met. We have next forgiveness that came out. So like I said, they're in regret. But this card talks about wanting forgiveness. This also talks about releasing your past, letting go if you haven't done so yet. It's very important to do that. And then forgive them for what they've done. It doesn't make it okay, but it releases you from living in the past, from going through the past over and over and over again, therefore becoming the trauma that was created maybe from that relationship. We have friendship. So this romantic union will be grounded in friendship, a very playful connection meant to teach you to have a more carefree attitude. Maybe you wanted a family with them and they were more interested in a friendship or a situationship. We have hesitation, excuse me. So hesitation, they're not acting on how they feel for you because they're afraid of being rejected, abandoned. This can be from previous behavior. they don't fully trust this connection, and this probably has a lot to do with the past that they've been through. This could also be you feeling the same kind of way. We have regret as pretty much already obvious. Just living in regrets. You're being asked to take a more positive outlook on this. Not focusing on the past. Don't focus on the future either. You want to stay in the present, because if you do that, then you're like, you look at like, how am I feeling right now? If I wasn't thinking about them, if I was doing something I enjoy, is the world crashing? Are they really breaking my heart at this very minute? No. It's all in our head. We have breakthrough. Your connection is going through a big transformation. Now I'll elevate you to the next level. Believe in miracles. So this connection is basically to work on healing. You're both needing healing. You probably mirrored issues that you both have. And I'm sure that was very painful. Travel, be ready for new experiences, possibly an opportunity to travel. Whatever adventure, you can count on making progress. So this relationship is going to progress. And or if it's not, like say it's just done, you don't think about them no more, you're looking at me like, I don't want this back. What this is talking about is this is just going to bring new opportunities in for you guys. You personally, them even, you know. We have, although maybe you think it's over, but they're going to come back anyway. So that would indicate they're traveling to you because they want to see you. We have intensity that came out next. So this is extremely intense. Extremely intense. And when you met them, you're probably like, wow, I've never felt this way about any person ever. It's super intense, but it also made them run, and it may have made you run as well. We have compromise. Navigate, communicate, negotiate. Compromise to facilitate the sacred union. Your twin flame is ready to meet you halfway. So there has to be communication. There has to be compromise for this union to work. If nobody is communicating, or only one is communicating, then it won't work. They're encouraging you to look up their chart if you know birth date and time of birth. You can compare your charts and figure out if you're actually compatible that way. Excuse me. So I did ask, what is the overall outcome? And it was kind of just left in the air because kind of, but kind of not. I can't pick these up. All right, we have running and chasing and hidden blessing. So basically they're going to keep running. Someone's going to keep chasing until one of you stops doing that and works on yourself. And this would be the hidden blessing in this connection, where you heal issues within yourself and you focus on yourself. You don't look at the future necessarily with or without them. You don't focus on the past. You just work on you. What was triggered in this connection with them, and then work on healing that. Self-love will help deeply. And I feel like I don't have any cards that actually say this, but it is a hidden blessing. So say you guys both of you work on these, then you'll come together as a healed couple, and that would be a beautiful connection. I did ask, what are they holding back? So we have Twin Flame Soulmate Confessions Edition by Lorena O.G. Tarot, just in case you're interested. It says, I just don't want my family to think I'm a bad guy. Maybe he was married and you didn't know it, in a connection and you don't know it. I used intimacy to be vulnerable with my emotions with you. So they're probably not even telling you how they feel. I have pain I haven't healed from my past. So yeah, that needs to be done. I worry too much what people will think of me. So they're way too concerned about that. What others think does not matter. Honestly. It just matters what you think in your head. I didn't grow up in a stable home. This could also be why they were running. Maybe you're more stable, which, maybe, you give off that stability that they always wanted, and they never thought they would have it. So maybe that's also why they're watching you. Like, they experienced this. That's an S. I don't want to say that. I don't want to get my video tagged. They're sad. Maybe depressed. Somebody here has codependency issues. Hence the runner chase. If you're a chaser, you're probably the codependent. No one's been by my side like you. I didn't know how to appreciate that. And if they've had any sort of abuse in their life, it would cause that. I did pull initials. So we have K, P, N, D, E, and X. That came out in particular for the initials for this reading. It doesn't have to be, but if your person has any of those initials in the beginning of their name, then that would be standing for this. So I'm going to read the By the Book and the Observer book explanation. So we have the universe with the By the Book, the one with the elephants on it. The universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provides a framework for the human experience and evolution. So, these principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond human understanding. We have, even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings, in turn, have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order and govern behavior, reflecting an instinctive understanding that harmony is important. This is time to learn these laws and conform to them. Law of attraction, law of thought, law of compensation, and law of karma. Law of prayer and law of abundance. Open your eyes to these universal laws, and it will be easier to go by the book at this time. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules, even if they make no sense. Release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Okay, that's just like in general. So for a relationship, getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they are. And who they have become as a result of their environment, their culture, and experience. Find a middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individual of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want them. Your connection will deepen as a result because that will be accepting them as they are. All right, observe. I'm going to do that one next. It's really hard to look this up with one hand. Okay. Observe with a little monkey. Nope, I'm sorry, I was a fox looking through the looking glass. It talks about, dang, I hit the wrong page. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and often you hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to a higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself and others and in the landscape. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. That is a very, very good advice from these cards. So even if they are watching you, and even if they are everything I did say, those are awesome. That's just great advice. All right, guys, I hope this helped you in your connection. If you want your own personal reading, go to my Facebook link and go to the service section, and or just message me that you would like a reading. Love and light to you all.